I was in Moscow. I had a business, a store of sports supplement nutritions, and recently I started another one. I became a seller on a platform such as Amazon in US. My school friend tried to get a loan from bank to repair his summer house, but all banks refused him because he didn't have any credit score. I offered to help him and gave him money which I took from a bank because I had a perfect credit score and I never missed any payments in my life. You know, New Year, it's the biggest holiday in Russia. We celebrate it from December 31 to January 1st at night. I came to my hometown, which is near from Moscow. It's about a few kilometers. And I thought of meeting my friend, but he said he didn't have time. I wanted to spend New Year's night with a girl which I was fall in love. She told me maybe, but she hadn't such feelings to me. So on 31st of December she said me no. And I spent this holiday without her. I can tell you, if you're not with the person who want to be, you will feel lonely no matter who is with you. I remember one quote from Tony Robbins. He said, "What does it mean? Is it end or new beginning?" And for me it was end. I was totally depressed, and you know, it was a feeling like you don't know why you should wake up and get out from bed. So I almost missed all these months. I met online one Indian guy in English learning app. We chatted and discussed about we both want to leave our countries and live abroad. He is a gay in a country where it's not allowed. And if you're interested about my reasons, I made a whole video about it, so you can watch it later. On 24th of February, Putin attacked Ukraine. Firstly, it was hard to believe, because almost every second person in Moscow has relatives or friends from Ukraine. And whole comments about supporting war I thought was written by robots, like bots, computer programs. I wrote a post in my Russian social media account on my page about I'm against the war and what I feel about it and my thoughts about it, because I imagined if my future child will ask me, "Dad, did you really support the war? Did you really want to kill someone on the other side of the planet because of these fiction reasons?" At least I can tell him that I was against it, but I cannot do anything with it. I realized that some of the people who supported war was real, and Russians became a very separate nation. We argued with our friends, with our family, if we have different opinion about what's going on and if we have different position about the war. I thought to move abroad on 2023. I decided that I cannot wait next year, and I tried to sell my store as business, but I didn't have enough time. Therefore I had to arrange sales of goods and sell to my clients at discount. I'm very grateful to my clients. Because of good relationships with my clients, they helped me, they bought as much as they can, and even asked their friends to buy something if they need it. I really appreciate their help, even I didn't expect it. I finished my sale and closed my store. I've grown it for 8 years. I worked there every day. I had in 8 years less than a month of days off. I returned my apartment which I was renting for 7 years and lived there, and took my cats and moved to my parents. It was first time in 8 years when I woke up and didn't go for a walk. So it was really empty. I didn't know what to do, and I started to watch YouTube about expats' life and how people live abroad all over the world, and I made a list of countries where I thought I should go. I compared a lot of countries, but none of them seemed to me as a good choice. But one day I watched a video from a Russian girl, and she lived here in the Philippines. From this day I had a vision to go there, here. And I started to watch YouTube whole day long about the Philippines for, I don't know, maybe about a month. I knew that I hadn't enough money to travel around the world and find a good place to live based on my real experience. That's why I knew that I had only one shot, so I made a decision to come here. My mom said to me that if I make a choice, what I am waiting for, and you will laugh. I was waiting for the girl from the beginning of the story. I offered her to go with me, and she said maybe. I gave her some days to think about it, but we never were a couple, so she said me no. And now Tony, inside of my head, asked me again,
like, what does this mean? Is this the beginning or the end?
And now it was a new beginning. I arrived in Manila on my 32nd birthday, and I was alone there. But I didn't feel myself lonely. I was excited. I was excited to start a new chapter of my life. I arrived to Dumaguete. It was so much better for me than Manila, so I immediately fell in love in this city. I made a whole video about this city, so you can watch it later. I found a friend, I found a place to live, and I didn't know what to expect, so it was really new, clear page of my life. Never borrow money. You take someone else's money, but you have to give back your own. It was the last month when I received money from my friend. From this month I got only soon and tomorrow, but not money. I decided to start a digital marketing agency, but every time I tried to work, I pushed myself and forced myself. I realized that it wasn't my way. Then I created a YouTube channel, but I deleted whole videos I record, so I didn't know what to do. I watched a video, and one blogger said simple but at the same time deep thought. He said that filming yourself, it's not a gift, it's a skill. So I decided to try again and let my videos be as awful as they are, but every time make it better in some way. Then I found Mark Thornton and asked him to make an interview together. He agreed, and I'm really grateful to Mark for his help. To be honest, I expected a lot of hate and judgment about my nationality and language skills, but I get the opposite. I never heard so much support and kind words in the comments or anywhere else about me, so it really inspired me. I'm really grateful to you. You make my life meaningful. Now I knew what I wanted and I had a vision of my future, so I was focused on learning English and learning how to edit video and a lot of other stuff of being a YouTuber. I live in a place where people go into vacation, and vacation it's the best part of our lives. So I can make a whole my life as the best part. I heard one phrase from other YouTuber. He said, if you want to tell more interesting stories, you need to live more interesting life. I hope this video will inspire you to follow your dream, and don't wait a right time, because time is always not right.